Yo, what's up? Bayern Munich. Wow. 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 Bayern Munich are in trouble. Thomas Tuchel is in trouble. Horrible at its best. Lord have mercy. I was telling people last season, why did Bayern Munich decide to sack Julian Nagelsmann? Middle of the season, end of the season-ish, to then get Thomas Tuchel. Barely won the league last season. The only reason why they won the league last season because Dortmund effed up at the final there. I was even doing a watch along for that. That's a madness. That's the only reason, okay? They're out of all of the, what should I say, cup competition within Germany. They still have the league to play for, but let's be honest, Leverkusen, after slapping Bayern Munich up in the last game, Leverkusen probably will win. I think Leverkusen will go all the way and do it, Whether or not they'll be invincible is another story, but I think they got it. 100%. So, okay, what's next? Champions League? Lost to Lazio today, even though, of course, they can, have the opportunity to do it at home in a few weeks at the Allianz Arena. Luckily for them, it wasn't more than 1-0. But Fabrizio Romano tweeted here, 0 shots on target tonight for Bayern Munich against Lazio. This follows just 1 shot on target in the defeat versus Leverkusen at the weekend. Bayern have also lost the first leg of UCL round of 16 for the first time in not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 5, not even 6, but 11 seasons. This is the first time they've lost the first leg of UCL. In of a 16, round of 16. Madness. This is bad. They are in trouble. And let's be honest, on paper, they're not a bad team. They're in all actuality. If we're gonna be very objective here, Bayern Munich doesn't have a bad team. But something is not clicking. Something is not right here. And I knew it instantly. I knew it. It was a very big of a mistake when they decided to get rid of Nagelsmann, because they were in a better situation then compared to where they are now. Nagelsmann was actually at the Leverkusen games watching his former team getting smashed, battered, annihilated by Leverkusen. Okay, so that's a big talking point. I felt like I haven't even said hey, but I've been so appalled by this performance by Bayern Munich. It is a madness, and that is something that we have to address. It is why we have the Champions League review, even though Man United is not in the Champions League no more. Hopefully we'll be there soon, because I need to hear the chat. I need to hear that again. I miss it. But this is what we do. I get to watch as a neutral. I love football in general. Even though we had many years, the past 10 years where Man United is not in it, I'm still always tuned in to watch. Okay? But let's not get it twisted. The 2 games in the other end, we had PSG versus Real Sociedad. Also for a large, part of that game as well. That game, boring. It got a bit more exciting at the end, We had a Kylian Mbappe goal in the 58th minute, and then in the 72nd minute, we got another PSG goal where Barcola makes it 2-0. He scored his first ever Champions League goal. So, hey, they did their thing. Could have probably been more. But hey, either way, I think it might be safe to say that they probably will be through to the next round. But you never know. Anything can happen. That's kind of what's so magical when it comes to these Champions League nights. You never know what can happen at the end of the day. But hey, either way though, big up to everybody that's here. Make sure that you, of course, do what? Like the video. The more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Also, subscribe. We're still, and I'm telling y'all again, we're still on the road to 3K subscribers. So let's make that happen. Feel free as well to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. Okay? Big up to Ravi, big up to Vamshi, big up to Mohammed says Bayern is trash this season. Oh, more than you can believe they are. Big up to Gary. Bayern are shite. Oh, yes. They bought Kane as a showpiece at the. How do you go from like this is when you're Kane, right? Let me paint the picture here. You're a Harry Kane. Never in your professional career as a grown man, whatever. You never won a trophy. Never. Now it's nothing. Okay? You leave Spurs, and then you think it should be a given. 100. You will. The first debut game, he had an opportunity to win a trophy, like in a cup game. I think it might have been against Leipzig. But then I'm pretty sure they got like trashed. They lost that game. I think Daniel almost scored a hat trick if I'm not mistaken here. But yeah, so that was out of the window. They've out of the was it Duff Pokal, some type of other cup game. That's another opportunity. The league right now, it looks to be very much smooth sailing for Leverkusen. Champions League, they might be even out in the round of 6. Imagine if they get out of the round of 16 now. Yeah, they ain't. I'm letting you know, they ain't winning the league unless they get rid of Tuchel. There is an opportunity to do something now, and it is by getting rid of Thomas Tuchel. Get rid of him. He's not it. Y'all made a mistake. Get rid of him. Whether or not I don't know who you get Hansi Flick back. I don't know. Do sign it. Because this is something is better than what you're doing right now, because the football that they're playing is very boring, not exciting. It doesn't seem like there's a full plan. No players are really in any wavelength here. And I was really thinking when they got Harry Kane, I was thinking, oh, that could be a missing piece. Obviously, they've been doing a madness in terms of the transfer window with, getting rid of some players and not fully actually getting replacement. For instance, that whole messed up debacle with freaking hell. His name is in my head right now, but I'm completely his face is there, but I just forgot about his name. Fulham midfielder. Freaking hell. My God. Fulham players. Why did I? Palhinha. My Lord. Palhinha. That whole, obviously, transfer, that deal completely collapsed on deadline day. He was already there taking pictures, the medical was done, but at something with the doctor, something was messed up on their end. Unfortunately, of course. They wanted McTominay. They've got Eric Dyer now in the January window. They wanted bare players, and they messed up. Obviously, when Khan got sacked, others, I believe, got sacked as well. And they've, in terms of the board, so they're completely trying something new. But I don't know. Some of the players that they've been linked with has been a bit like, So the Bayern that we've been used to over the years, it's not been hitting. They've been making some very bad mistakes. Big up to Lewis, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Kane will win. Sweet FA. I don't know. Let's laugh at Tuchel. Hey, might as well. Because right now, what Thomas Tuchel is doing, it's not. He needs to go in, he needs to go to prison with the way he is moving, with the way he is, managing this party. Big up that. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. It's a Mussolini. So, honestly, let's talk about it. Let's actually dissect the game. So, they lost 1-0. Okay. In the 67th minute, they got themselves a red card. Okay. Player sent out. Upamecano. Whenever I hear Upamecano's name, always think about that song by Veg Dream. The second, homage to the French national team after the World Cup final, such a good song. Do check it out. Okay. Merci Le Bleu is the name of the song. But he got himself a red card. Also gave away a penalty, by the way, to Lazio. It was a very mad type of, not really tackle, but like he studs in on, I think it might have been Isaksen, if I'm not mistaken, but one of the forwards. So obviously, direct red card. So he'll be missing the next, obviously, the second leg when they'll be back in a few weeks. That'll be early March. So he'll be out for that. The league came in not long after, but they were obviously still out with the one man. And obviously, when that penalty was given, it was Immobile, the Italian stallion, always shows up, the captain, scores a penalty, very ice cold penalty. And that was 1-0, only goal, but enough. And they had more chances after that, to be honest, where they probably could have made it I think they probably should have tried to definitely got the second goal. They had opportunities, do not get it twisted. They definitely did. But, either way, though, I think this still opens up. I can't sit there and say that it's completely over for Bayern Munich. If it was 3-0, I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. But it's 1-0. So in the return leg, in the second leg, as it will be again, at the Bayern's ground, it's still, of course, very much plausible for Bayern Munich to go through as they're at home. But today, the fact that there was 0 shots, I believe, on target, if I'm not mistaken, once again, 0 shots on target, that is concerning, 0 shots on target, that's very concerning. Very concerning. And if I was a Bayern Munich fan, I would be very much concerned. Oh my God, people are even like making lots of fun about Harry Kane. Like, this is madness, Who will get a trophy first, people? Will it be Harry Kane? Or will it be Tottenham? Because right now, I don't know. Big up to Macy from Devils United. I follow her on Twitter. She posted the link. What should I respond? Should I say Harry Kane or Spurs? I think Harry Kane. If you know what? I feel like if they don't do it this season, I think Harry Kane will probably do it next season, right? But you never know. Because right now, I don't even think, like I said yesterday, I don't think this is now a Spurs. This is not. We can't keep saying like this is a Spurs curse. We can say that in terms of just Spurs as a team, whenever Spurs are out of the, with their respective competition and whatnot, then we can say like, oh, it's a Spurs curse, for them. Oh my God, no! I was just thinking about the Bayern Munich had to come out with a statement because Upamecano, obviously after the red card, people was very trigger heavy and came out with some racist comments. So they posted a statement. We condemn all the horrible racist messages and comments towards Diet Upamecano, who's writing such things, is not real Bayern fan. We are with you, Opa. It is, I think it's mad. Not that we're going to completely divert from the conversation, but I do think it's important sometimes to have those conversations when it happens. I get he can be a bozo, but do we have to bring his skin color into it? What does his skin color have to do with him doing a madness, with him messing up? Really? What does this have to do with his footballing ability? Really? When we do something good, we are a part of it. When we do something bad, we're the N-word, we're a monkey, we're a gorilla, and all of that. It's a madness. I'm tired of it. I really am. This, I ain't gonna lie. Instantly, when he got himself sent out, I was like, yeah, it's coming. And that's it. That we're there in 2024, instantly anticipating another racist attack happening. Yay. But my thoughts are definitely out to him. And I hope, the social media still, they gotta do better. Okay? Infiltrate all of that junk out. Do better. 100%. So I think that's important. Big up to GTV. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Make sure you do subscribe to my brother's channel. Liverpool fan, he an op, but he a cool dude. So show him some love. Subscribe. He recently reached 1K subscribers. So congratulations, my bro. Let's keep it going. You're doing very well with your channel, G. You're doing very well. And big up to one of my members, Konstantin, one of our actually oldest members. Hope you're doing well, my G. Hope you're doing well. I feel like, like I said, they made a lot of changes here in regards to this game after that, Buju got sent off. The penalty was given, but I still felt like Bayern was kind of still trying to do something. But the thing is, my eyes are bleeding when I watch him play football. It's just not inspiring, nothing. Okay, there's one thing with not playing the most pretty, great football. I get it, but at least get a result. You know what I'm saying? If anything, especially when it comes to these type of cup competitions in the Champions League, it's not necessarily about being the best team because, hey, there's been lots of teams that's won the Champions League that hasn't been the best team. Let's be honest, when Real Madrid won it the last time 2 seasons ago, were they the best team? No, they weren't. But they were efficient. They were effective. And they were just clinical. But they were making it exciting. Okay? Turning around, doing what the heritage is known to do. It's just the heritage. Not the heritage, but the heritage. Emphasize that a little bit more and do a little bit of this, heritage. That's what they're known for. You know what I'm saying? Bayern Munich are just... something's just not right there. Something's not really clicking. And something has to give. Once again, Tuchel, I know there's been, reports and, Bayern saying like, yeah, there's no pressure. We backed him. Him coming up to saying like, I don't really feel pressure. I'm telling you right now, he might make it until the second leg of that game against Lazio. But anyhow, he gets knocked out. Anyhow, they lose to Lazio in their exit straight out of the round of 16 in the Champions League. He got to go. Surely he got to go. That's early March. Then you have to get rid of him and try to go all in for the league. That's what I would do because you're out of every other cup competition. So you might as well. I personally am thinking if I was in the Bayern Munich board, I would get rid of him right now and say this right here, whatever project that we got going on, rip it off because it's not working. They've been ruthless before, and I feel like in a lot of ways, the way that they've actually really backed him, not just in terms of still having him at the wheel, but they're also backing him in terms of having given him transfers and whatnot, like some players coming in like Kane, Dyer, that's a madness. That is a madness. Let's be honest, there is no way that Bayern Munich, the board, was looking at Dyer. That is something, let's be honest, 100%, that is something that Tuchel wanted because, the Premier League link. That's it. And obviously, they were trying to hijack the Dragoson deal from Spurs, and he decided to be like, nah, I'm picking Spurs. That's that's his prerogative, of course. So they went for the second best for them, which was Eric Dyer. Madness. How does Eric Dyer not really play anyway for Spurs? Completely out of it. Okay, and then he upgrades to going to a Bayern Munich. They took the judge with them. Kusasi says, are we witnessing the Kane curse yet again? We might. There's a funny stats that I read about yesterday. So, obviously, since you're mentioning Harry Kane never won a trophy, like we said. We already know that. We've already stated that. But on the other end as well, Kingsley Coman has never won a season trophyless. So one of the stats gotta give is it either Harry Kane finally breaks the curse of and gets the trophy, or will it be the first season where Kingsley Coman will not get a trophy? At this point, as things stands right now, it almost feels more likely that Kingsley Coman will have a season where he ain't getting that silverware. One of them had to give, you know? So, like you're saying, Constance, hey, this ain't looking too good. Trust me, the Kane curse is stronger. I think him that somebody, and I've been saying it yesterday, he probably should wear, like you're having like that eye, that he might need to have an evil eye necklace, the hand of Hamza, the hand of Fatima. He gotta do something. Put a little bit of something. I don't know, some holy water. He needs something. Whoever, whatever you believe, he might need Jesus. I don't know. He needs something. Because right now, somebody put some black magic on the guy. 100%. I believe it. Imagine going for Spurs. You ain't, there's no ambition. You're not getting trophies. And then you go to a team who are used to winning every year. Every year they win. Not just one, but multiple trophies often, right? And you're going there, you're not winning a single trophy. Nah, then nobody can tell me that there's not a curse there. 100% it's been cursed. It has to be. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Bayern can turn things around. That's kind of what I'm saying, Ravi. 100% they can turn things around, but I think they can't do it with Thomas Tuchel. I don't think they can do it with him. I generally don't. And like I said, on paper, this is not a bad team at all. I don't think it's not necessarily the issue with the team by itself. I think actually here, it has to do with the manager not knowing what he's doing. The whole thing, obviously, looks to be pretty known that Thomas Tuchel and Joshua Kimmich are not really getting fully along. And just, I don't know, something ain't right. Literally, something is not right. But I think we're gonna, move on to the PSG Real Sociedad game instead. Legit. Ravi asked Sofia, delete at Man United, yes or no? I think before I would have said yes, but he didn't work out at Juve. Has to fully work out at Bayern Munich as well. I think that ship has sailed. I ain't gonna lie. I have to kind of say no. I have to say no. I think there are better center backs out there, and I don't think he's all that, to be very, very honest. He's just not. I have to be honest about that. But let's move on to PSG Real Sociedad. So, like I mentioned already, the goals, it was 2-0, first goal, 58 minutes. Mbappe goal, Marquinhos assist. While in the 72nd minute, I actually really more preferred the Barcola goal, the youngster who scored his first ever Champions League goal to make it 2-0. Ethan Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe's brother, was on the bench. I don't think, if I remember, I'm pretty sure he did not get subbed in. I need to double check because, sometimes that can happen. I don't think he did. Nope, he didn't. He didn't. I double check. It's up in. Hey, pick up. Hashar said, I said it. Lazio might have a chance. I think, yeah, you did. To be honest, though, I did say in my prediction when we were reacting to the live, or not live because I was doing a video afterwards, but we were reacting to the draw of the Champions League round of 16. And I was saying, I'm pretty sure I was saying, okay, I think Bayern will win, but I won't be shocked if Lazio do something. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. But hey, Ashraf, here we are. Here we are. So keep liking, by the way, people, and do subscribe. So we had, very, very lethargic, boring first time. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, I need a goal. Something needs to happen. They had, there was some chances, but We had like a really big chance in the 40th minute by Real Sociedad to make it 1-0. Didn't happen. So there were opportunities, I will say. Definitely some opportunities by Real Sociedad. And I just felt like with PSG, and I wrote it here in my notes here. So with PSG, I just feel like they're a little bit of a boring team. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm being real. For the love of God, Mbappe, you gotta leave PSG. You gotta, obviously your contract is expiring this by the end of the season. There's been a lot of reports saying like he's going to Real Madrid, he's not going to Real Madrid. He probably will. I think he will. I'll be shocked, and I don't think he is. I don't like calling people dumb and stupid, but I think in this sense it's fitting. I'm sorry, my guy, you're stupid, you're dumb, you just all of the synonyms for dumb and stupid. That's what you are. If you decide to stay at PSG for another season or so, just because of the money, nah. You get the money, brother. You got much money. How much do you want? I know that for some people, they don't really care that much of necessarily, okay, I'm gonna be the best footballer, I'm gonna da. It's more so like, you know what? I'm just here to get a paycheck, to get the most money that I can get, to make sure that I'm good, make sure that my family's good, make sure that my future, if I do have kids, make sure that the next generation is good and the generation after that. Some people have that, and I hear you. No harm, no foul. But Mbappe, you got a God-given talent here. You got a gift. Okay, you saw, we're trying to see this whole rivalry right now. We're soon we will have a world where Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are not playing no more. They will retire at some point. Both of them, they're not within Europe no more. Okay, so already that we've accepted that. We won't. That rivalry will be finished at some point. So we need something new, something fresh. Albert Holland, the Norwegian Viking, versus the Frenchman, Cameroonian, Kylian Mbappe Latin. She just recently found that Latin is his last name. But Mbappe slaps way more. But Mbappe, those two together. Come on, man. Come on. Brother. Holland just won a freaking treble last season. Okay? Breaking the goal scoring record in his first Premier League season. But also, in addition, winning a freaking treble in his first season, may I add. Brother, you just saw the Viking doing that. He's about to be 24 years old in a few months. Right? You're 2 years older. Basically, it's the same age span between y'all two, and also when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, right? Ronaldo being 2 years older than Messi. You got the youngin doing what you haven't done. You've done it, brother. Nobody, and I wrote this down, by the way, because I was watching Saeed TV's watch along, and it was saying this as a stat from in regards to Mbappe. I wrote it that, where is it? Is it gone? I'm pretty sure I still, yeah, here it is. Mbappe now has 44 goals and 26 assists in 68 Champions League games. I repeat, 44 goals and 26 assists in 68 Champions League games. Those numbers are incredible. It's wonderful. But hey, at this point, it will just be cute if you don't win the Champions League. You gotta win it. You've done what you can do at Liga, but let's be honest, it's a freaking farmers league. It's boring. You've done the domestic cups. You've done what you can do. You've conquered Paris. You've conquered France. You've done it. Go to another league, whether it be La Liga. I'm telling you right now, if he goes to Real Madrid hasn't won a treble yet, by the way. I think at some point in the next 2 years, I think they can win a treble. You heard it here first. Boom, mic drop. Okay, I'm not going to drop this because then, it'll get broken. So we're not going to do that. But you know what I mean. Figuratively speaking, mic drop. Boom. Literally, am I tripping for saying that, people? I generally think if he goes to Real Madrid, Okay, we already know Ancelotti will be there for what, one more season, two more seasons, I think. Sign a new contract. He ain't going to take the Brazil job. Let's be honest, this Brazil generation right now, it just doesn't. It's not the Ronaldinho. It's not the Roberto Carlos. It's not the, you know, it's not. Oh my God. It's a dead generation. We're missing it. Neymar hasn't done it. He one of the old ones. The fact that it's peak when Neymar is like way older now. He's now playing for Al Hilal. And he old. Injury prone as well. Sad. Won't really be winning the Copa America. Or have they win? No, I think World Cup. Wasted, man. Wasted. But all I'm saying is, Mbappe, do you not want to challenge? Do you not also want to, brother, you can win the Ballon d'Or. To be honest, the whole Ballon d'Or thing is that, they're doing the madness with it being rigged. Let's be honest. 2 of the last Ballon d'Or trophies for Messi should be given to somebody else. Lewandowski won, Haaland second. That's all I'm saying. Conversation for another day. Either way, though, what I'm saying is, Mbappe, you scored today. You show it's very clear that this PSG team is not really clicking like that without a Mbappe in the team. There's not really much work. Barcola did his thing. I ain't gonna lie, but he had opportunities before them. He did his thing. But this PSG team is very much, like I said with Bayern, very uninspiring. Luis Enrique, I never really rated him like that, to be honest. Doesn't float my boat whatsoever. It doesn't, to be honest. But I generally do believe if Mbappe wants to be able to finally get his hands on some proper silverware, he gotta go. Because you've been close with PSG, but not close enough. That project has been a fail. When you had Mbappe with Messi, with Neymar, you still ain't winning it. When the hell are you winning it? That project was way too ambitious, way too naive with having Pochettino there as well. It's just dumb, And some of the players that I see now, I'm just like, they try, but like Ousmane Dembélé, past it, way past it. Kolomwani, yeah. The youngster, though, is inside Emery. That kid, though, there's something there. So there's still hope for some of them. But they gotta keep pushing, especially on. There's a lot of French young talents there. Try to keep going. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey, I do. I mean, it's 2-0. They did their thing at the end of the day, and I do think probably they'll also be able to not necessarily hit any banana skin against Real Sociedad in the second leg in a few weeks. I think they'll be good. Gary says one would have Kylian at Anfield. I would not. If I do not want to see Kylian Mbappe in a Liverpool shirt and then hear "You'll never walk alone." No, I'd rather walk alone. How about that? I'd rather walk alone, huh? Because I'm okay with walking alone. I'm very good in my own company. Thank you very much. Enjoying some soda. Got some cupcakes from my mom. I'm all right. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, the game was dead. I ain't gonna hold you. The game was dead. But next week, though, we do have some other set of Champions League games, and that I think we'll be cooking a lot better. We will be doing, reviews next week as well. So we got Inter versus Atletico Madrid, and obviously for the games that's been yesterday and today, I was more so neutral for that game. Though, however, I will be more obviously. I'll be supporting Inter. Y'all know. I mean, come on, Barella. I love Inter. Outside of Man United, I've always had a soft spot for Inter. I do claim them as my second team. So Inter will be playing Atletico Madrid. So at Sociedad. I would have loved to gone to that game, but I'm working that week, so and it's basically the second to last week of my current job, so I kind of want to stay there so that I can create some nice memories at the work, before I start a new job. To those of you who are wondering. But nothing we're asking, but either way. I think that can be a very tasty game though against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are doing very well. I would say. And they're not playing that terrorist haram football that they've been doing over the years. It's a lot more exciting. There is a preconceived notion that they are playing boring, very defensive-minded football, because they've actually gotten. I've watched a few more Atletico Madrid games compared to other seasons, and I've been entertained. Yeah, they're playing well. I don't think that's going to be an easy game. I still back into to do it, but I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to be shocked if something happens. But I think it'll definitely help us that we're at home here. So I think it's important that Inter gets most of the job done at the home ground. And then that same day, so that's on a Tuesday, by the way. After that, you have PSV versus Dortmund. I think that can be interesting, but the one that I'm thinking about is Inter versus Atletico. Wednesday, though, we got Porto versus Arsenal. We will be there. Arsenal. Some people are saying Arsenal can be dark horse, can go far, and I'm like, I think they can, but I just don't like the whole disrespect and saying like, yeah, let's say they play an Inter, then Arsenal's going to win. And I'm like, no, don't disrespect Inter, please don't, because it's going to be a long day for you. But I think it's going to be a good game. Let's imagine if Arsenal F up. It'll be funny. I ain't gonna hold you. And then we also have Napoli versus Barca on that Wednesday, which I think technically on paper it can be a good game. But you never know. Barcelona trash. We know Xavi's leaving by the end of the season. I'm pretty sure. I think they drew to Granada, where our player who's on loan for Granada, Facundo Pelestri, scored a goal and got an assist as well. I think he's like the youngest player to do that against Barcelona. So I'm like, come on, Facundo, come on. But it's going to be at Napoli's ground. Napoli as well, they're doing a bit too much there. I mean, Osimhen coming back from, of course, AFCON. I think he'll probably be, I would assume he would be available for that game. He didn't have the best of AFCON, but you never know. But Napoli has dropped off a lot since last year. I mean, wow, it's sad, but it is what it is. But I think it can maybe be a good game, but you never know. But either way, I think we're going to end it at here. Gareth Dembele was so unlucky with injuries. So he has been. No team in the Prem can pay Mbappe $750,000 a week. He got to lower his flat price. But I don't want to see him in the Prem. If it's not going to go to United, then I don't want to see him. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to see him. Go to Real Madrid. I don't mind. Says Sofia, the best thing for Bayern is to move Toulon 100%. We're going to end it here. I'll be back on Friday. I like to kind of take breaks on Thursday. I'm telling y'all, I'm very happy that we don't have to, Man United doesn't have to play Thursday football or anything like that, because I cannot. I like having my Thursdays off. I like it. Last week we were doing Thursday football, but that was because of AFCON and stuff like that, or prior to that. But I like just watching. I will still be watching Europa League and Conference League, like especially the Norwegian teams. I'll watch it, and like Brighton and stuff like that if they are playing tomorrow. But other than that, I just like not having stress and make content on a Thursday. I just like having a chill. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll be back though for Friday to do a preview for Luton Town versus Man United. So make sure that you are subscribed, that you have on the notification bell button, that you don't miss out on when your girl is, of course, live. I'd like the video, and if you watch it on replay, like the video as well, because it seriously does help the channel to grow. Algorithm, people, algorithm. We have a great time where we are in the world, people, and I'll see you guys on Friday, unless any major news breaking happens tomorrow. You never know. Peace out. So peace out. Bye-bye.